there's some problems. Like I couldn't relax. It was like something was wrong, and then I like woke up and then I was like, oh my gosh, I need to throw up. And so I just like booked it to the bathroom, and freaking, oh my gosh, it was awful. Like throwing up is one of the worst, one of my least favorite things in the whole entire world, because it's just like, it feels like you're dying, like you're just like expelling your soul, like, whoa. Hey, what's up guys? So today I'm going to be talking about the negative effects that I'm feeling from eating a ketogenic diet with animal products in it. And so yeah. Alright, so let's just get into it. The first thing that I've noticed since incorporating a lot more meat into my diet is that my digestion has been really different than what it was when I was eating a completely plant-based diet. I've noticed that one thing that happens is if I don't cook the meat enough, it seems like, or maybe that's not the factor, but I can get like, I'll be sleeping and then I'll feel like really sick and nauseous, and like I need to like go to the bathroom or like throw up, and then I don't. Like that's happened a couple times, and I think it's from undercooking or not cooking meat enough. So that's happened. Another thing is my digestion just in general has been way more sluggish, and also there's just been a lot more problems with my like bowel movements, as far as like not going as much and things like diarrhea and like just wacky bowel movement stuff. And I've been trying to research and figure out what's going on, and I've been adding in like a lot of electrolytes like sodium. I've been adding salt to my food, pink Himalayan sea salt. I've been adding that stuff to my food, and I think it does help, because another thing that I've noticed is that my head has felt really just kind of off. Like I'm not 100% sure that it's like electrolytes, but I'm pretty sure that I was probably getting not enough electrolytes, because if I wasn't adding any salt to my food, there'd literally be no sodium intake. And when you're eating a ketogenic diet, apparently you're not retaining like any water. And so you're just like losing all your electrolytes. And so I've been adding salt, and I think that helps. But yeah, so I guess other negative things that I've noticed is like, man, hope these waves are not too loud. But it's kind of wavy right now. I'll show you. But yeah, so my head has just felt kind of weird. Like, I'm not sure if it's from the electrolytes being off. I was reading that there can be like neurological symptoms from low electrolytes, and I don't know, I've just felt not as energized as I would like to. And there's a thing, it's like my brain isn't even working that well. Oh my gosh. But that's the thing too, it's like sometimes my brain doesn't feel like it's working all the way, like brain fog kind of thing, and I don't know if it's just like transitioning. I ate like a week of keto, and then I ate carbs again, and then that's when I made the climbing up the mountain video, and I felt pretty energized that day. But for the last 4 days I've been on straight keto, like 0 carbs, and yeah, I just noticed not as much energy, or at least it's just like I don't feel like doing as much. I do feel like anxious. Like I do feel kind of like when I'm around people, I don't necessarily want to be around people. It's like part of me feels like I just need to escape all the time. So that's interesting because usually like if I fast, usually that feeling goes away, and usually when I eat low carb, that feeling goes away too. So it's just kind of confusing, and it's not like I don't want to paint the wrong picture and say that eating the way I'm eating right now is making me feel super duper good. There's pros and cons, like there's good things about it, but then there's also bad things. And so I'm just experimenting and seeing how this goes and trying to figure out the ins and the outs of eating this way. And I'm trying to stick it through and do a couple, hold up. So yeah, I'm like trying to stick it through with eating super like no carbs. I'm basically eating, if you want to know what I'm eating right now, I'm eating basically avocados, vegetables like arugula, green onions, some celery, and then I'm eating like fish and grass-fed organic beef. Like everything I'm eating is organic, and then I'm adding sea salt, and yeah, it's like super simple. And yeah, it's not perfect. Like there's definitely benefits, but there's definitely not. There's non-benefits. But yeah, I do notice one thing that is always a benefit of eating low carb and like no nuts and seeds, no grains, and no like complex carbs is that my voice is definitely better when I'm singing. Like, oh, that's another thing. Yeah, that's another thing is I can tell my voice is like better. Like I can hit notes easier. Like I'm not gonna sing right now because I'm in a park, but like I can hit notes easier, and my sense of rhythm is better, and it is easier to play guitar and play the strings and like fingerpick. And that also reminds me that I'm in a band. Like I'm in a band, and we've been doing some performances, and we're making some songs. And so if you want to check us out, I'll leave a link in the description or in the YouTube cards. So you should definitely check us out. We're not famous yet, but we are a band, and we're making some music, and it's fun. And so if you want to follow that, you can subscribe to that channel because we have a YouTube channel for that. And yeah, so there's pros and cons. It's not all bumblebees and tuna fish. That doesn't even make sense. Like right now I feel kind of anxious. Like I don't want to be making a video because there's people over there, and I know people can walk on this trail over here, and it's like the whole world can see me. So I do have this like anxiety. It doesn't necessarily stop me from doing it. I just feel it. And I know that that's kind of normal, but it's like sometimes when I'm feeling really good, I don't give an F. So it's like I want to feel like I don't give an F. So why do I give an F? Another thing that I'm noticing is that adding more avocados, I think, has been giving me more eye floaters. And I haven't talked about this too much, but I get a lot of eye floaters. So that's just another thing. And I feel like this video is kind of sporadic now, or maybe it's just my brain and this video is actually okay. But yeah, so there's pros and cons. And I just wanted to share with you. It's not all good gloriousness. It is a lot of feeling it through, and there's been a couple nights where it's like, why the heck am I doing this? Because I felt sick and nauseous, and I've been having crazy bowel movements and just been not feeling very well. And so it's like, I don't want to paint the picture that this is like healing me, like I'm feeling great. It's like, no, I'm experimenting and there's pros, but there's also a lot of cons, and I'm trying to figure it out and see if this is what I want to be doing, because I've been trying to add in more plant matter like avocados, just to help my digestion out. But yeah, so there's craziness, and we're gonna keep doing this. So last night I was not feeling too good and I kind of threw up. So yeah, ever since I've been including meat into my diet, I have been feeling more nauseous, and I don't think it's a good thing. Um, I'm not sure if it is from the meat, like maybe food poisoning, which would not be good because that means more bad bacteria is getting thrown into my system, which is something that I was definitely aware of. Like, maybe this meat isn't a good idea. Um, but so I've been cooking, like sometimes I'll cook it and I just woke up. I literally just woke up, so pardon my tiredness. But yeah, so sometimes it seems like if I didn't cook the meat enough, then I would start to feel a little bit nauseous or have those symptoms. And this is the first time that I've actually like thrown up. Like I woke up in the middle of the night, or I could barely sleep, and then I kind of woke up more and I was like having a dream that like I couldn't relax. It was like something was wrong, and then I like woke up and then I was like, oh my gosh, I need to throw up. And so I just like booked it to the bathroom, and freaking, oh my gosh, it was awful. Like throwing up is one of the worst, one of my least favorite things in the whole entire world, because it's just like it feels like you're dying, like you're just like expelling your soul, like whoa. But I will say that after I threw up, I felt so much better, and then I fell back asleep and I was like, oh my gosh, thank the Lord, I threw up. But it begs the question, like, why did I throw up? Why have I been feeling like this? And there's two things. It could be one, yesterday I ate some grass-fed beef, and I mean I cooked it pretty well. Like I didn't think that I undercooked it, but maybe I got food poisoning from that. Also, it could have been I added this like, what do I call it? This like vegan coconut butter, like oily kind of sauce thing, or this coconut spread, which has a lot of coconut oil and has other oils like canola oil and sunflower oil. But I've noticed that sometimes if I have a lot of coconut oil, it can produce like a die-off reaction. And I've noticed that one time, I remember a while ago, I ate, like many months ago, I ate like mashed cauliflower with coconut oil as like the main calorie source. And so I had like many tablespoons of coconut oil, and that night I remember feeling similar, like I ran to the bathroom and it was either coming out the front or the back, and it went out the back. And so it was kind of a similar situation, it seemed like. And so I don't know if it was the meat itself, but I have noticed that I've felt more nauseous since eating meat. And so yeah, it was just super scary and uncomfortable. And whenever you throw up, it's like you feel like you're gonna die. Like, oh my gosh. But yeah, so I guess I'll just tie this into my other video that I recorded. But like this is not all freaking dandelions and green grass. Like there's some learning that needs to be taking place. And another thing that is happening that is not a good thing, I don't think, is that I've been sleeping a lot more. Like I've been needing to sleep more. Like when I'm not eating this way, I can wake up earlier and still feel pretty tired, but it doesn't seem like ever since I started adding meat into my diet, it seems like I can sleep much later into the day, which is kind of interesting because it's like I feel like the healthier you are, the less sleep you need. But yeah, so I just wanted to share this with you because I need to paint the true picture of what's happening. I'm not feeling the greatest all the time, and I usually, on a vegan diet, I rarely would feel nauseous unless I'm doing like a lot of antimicrobials or things that eating a lot of foods that kill off stuff, like bad bacteria and stuff. So what is happening with my life? I literally just remembered that I also bought some garlic and I added a bunch of garlic to my food. So maybe the garlic was like messing me up and killing off stuff and releasing all the demons, and just like it was too much for my system at once, because I did have like many scoops of this like minced garlic. So that also could be a culprit. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. And it's been super smoky. I don't know if you can see it, but it's been like super smoky because there's been fires, and like people have been wearing like masks, and it's been pretty crazy. But yeah, so thanks for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. And let me know if you guys want to see the foods that I'm actually eating, because I made a meal today that looked pretty Instagrammable. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.